It's an absolute thrill for me to take on Shakespeare Survey. There's only been 4 previous editors over this long, more than 7-decade history. It's been at the heart of Shakespeare studies in all kinds of ways over that time, and I'm really looking forward to seeing and being part of its development. I've used Shakespeare Survey since I was an undergraduate. We used to have these brown sort of cloth-backed volumes all along the library, and it's amazing actually to be part of it. My first experience of Shakespeare I don't think was all that propitious. That's probably the case for most people. I can remember a teacher we had called Mr. Taylor, who made us read Twelfth Night round the classroom. And we were sort of like the rude mechanicals, but having less fun in that we did read the cues and the stage directions. And sometimes Mr. Taylor would stop and say, "Isn't this funny?" And we'd all say, yeah, sure, this is not really very funny. And I've always felt actually that perhaps a part of our enthusiasm for Shakespeare means that we introduce him to children when they're much too young, and that lots of our work after that is overcoming these initial prejudices. So I don't think I really got into Shakespeare probably till I did my final years at school, and then more when I came to university. And one of the things that became important to me about Shakespeare was, I guess, that everybody's got something to say about it, even if it's a kind of story about their own Mr. Taylor and how boring they think Shakespeare is, or sexist or whatever. People know what you do and they've got something to say about it, and that's been really important to me, to be part of a conversation which is always one foot in the academy but the other foot in theatre or in libraries or in general readers and their enjoyment. One of the reasons I think I've focused on Shakespeare is that there's always a conversation which has one foot in the academy and the other in the theatre or in the library, or just with a mass of readers who are interested in those works. I think teaching Shakespeare is an enormous privilege, because actually, I mean, it can sound like overclaiming, but it's pretty much teaching everything else. You know, it is teaching political philosophy, or it's teaching graphic novels, or it's teaching critical race studies, or it's teaching, I don't know, cinema history in Hollywood or something. So this Shakespeare and, or Shakespeare in, or Shakespeare with, I think has been enormously stimulating for all Shakespeare teachers. I guess one of the things that's always been important to me is reception. That Shakespeare's reception in different environments and across time really shows us, obviously, a more general point about the literary text, which is that it's readers and consumers and those who encounter the text who make it mean for them. Shakespeare's a really, probably the best example we've got of how important it's been, how creative it's been, how critical it's been for people to encounter Shakespeare and make him their own.